in the coming months, you are coming to Mexico for the first time in
Yeah.
your whole career. Are you excited about playing here for the first time?
Very. And some part of the excitement is the unexpected, basically, because now I'm going out of my kind of playground and coming into another part of the world where things are both the same and different at the same time, you know. So I'm really excited, and maybe the gig I'm most excited for this year. Not trying to shit on my other audience, but so it has nothing to do with that. It's basically just will be very interesting to visit a new place, basically.
And I can tell you that for us is one of the most important gigs in this year, the visit of Dodheimsgard.
Wow.
How was the offer presented to you? Was it your first invitation at all?
Yeah, I think so. I think maybe some management has been working on stuff like this before that never happened, but this was maybe, I think, the first time we got an invitation to Mexico where it felt like, okay, there's a big chance this might happen. And I was also really pleasantly surprised, because when it got posted, I saw so many comments in Spanish, you know, saying, you know, and at that point, when seeing them on Spanish, I was thinking they probably say, who the fuck are they, you know? and then I translated a lot of the comments, and they were so overwhelmingly positive. It's like it's a synergy there, in a sense. Like it's almost like the Mexican people that discovered that we were coming there also understand how difficult it actually is for us coming, you know, like,
yeah.
So they also see that side of it, you know, like, and that makes it also a special event for them, you know.
Yeah, and we as the audience, the Mexican audience, are very much used to repeating visits from the same bands, and you know, you have 3 decades of work, and this is your first time, so that tells you how much are we used to not getting many different bands here.
Yeah.
But we are also very excited.
Yeah. I think it makes it very, very special, you know, because it is one of those things that actually might be once in a lifetime.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, one say that about a lot of things, but for the most things one say that about is bullshit. But this is actually one of those things that potentially actually can be once in a lifetime. So really, really looking forward to
it. Here is an event, and not just one concert, but an event. And also you coming with a new album, which happens every 8 years. I mean, the alignment is special, if anything.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for. And you know, like, I haven't been there, and so I've never been on a concert, to a concert in Mexico, either as a band or as an audience, you know. But I'm hoping, like, in my mind, I picture it as not being as complacent or as spoiled as the European audience that are used to, you know, having all bands coming through their kind of major cities, at least, all the time. And I think that will have a physical kind of expression. You will see the difference.
Yeah, the energy will definitely deliver for the band. I can assure you. So no expectations at all, or maybe big expectations without trying to define them. But I have one question about Mexico. You made one joke about coming here, which I mean, Mexicans are the first one to mock of ourselves and the current state as a country. You know, all of the problems, the issues. But and I saw in the comments that the people that triggered about your joke weren't even Mexicans. You know, so is that political correctness that is nowadays very much present? In anything.
And I think when you start using political correctness as a damaging weapon in contexts where it's actually an unrelated issue, it's very destructive, you know.
Yeah.
So but you know, there was nothing, you know, my comment, there's no race in there, not
at
at
all.
all. So yeah, you know, it's the time we live in. I think this will pass because it's a bad idea, and there's coming a lot of literature out now explaining why cancel culture is really, really damaging, basically. And I think these people on the internet, they are just waiting for comments that they can, you know, because I think they get some kind of pleasure out of it, basically. So it's a very selfish act, you know, like just attacking somebody randomly for nothing, basically. And you know, Norwegians, we always make fun of ourselves as well, you know. So it's you know, when it's a difficult time where you have to be very careful what you joke around with. But I think like joke and humor is basically a very good way of talking about our social challenges, and it has been that for many years, you know. Like, this is how we not only talk about them, but this is also a way of venting frustration, you know, how you can live with a thing that is bad, but at the same time also laugh at it. That's kind of empowering in a way, you know.
It's a good starting point, and that, now that you mention it, is essentially that's what we as Mexicans do, empowered, be empowered by it. But I'm genuinely curious about your perception as a Norwegian citizen about Mexico as a country. If you could share your take, no problem.
You know, of course, Mexico. When you live in Norway, you don't get all the good news about Mexico. You know, you have all the fast tracks to Mexico. You have the Mexican American border, you know. So there's a lot of kind of struggle tied to it. And so as a Norwegian, unless you're kind of into geography and history and stuff like that, you have all these bits and pieces that make out Mexico for you, you know, like I said, the Mexican North American border, or US border, I mean. You have I think it was in 1986 you had world championships in football there. Obviously we know what Mexican food is, but we have a kind of our own version of it, you know. Tequila, we know. So it's all these bits and pieces, you know. And often also kind of you have Mexican characterizations in American movies, which we watch a lot over here, you know. But I think like most Norwegians, at least that will consider or want to travel to Mexico, they can put all that aside, you know. We all know that has nothing to do with the country. It's kind of a parody in a sense, you know. It's an exaggerated version, and so we understand that this country is as complex and multifaceted as any other country in the world, basically.